New commission piece. I was given this photo and I ended up turning it into this photo, and I'll show you how. So I went to the parks. This is taken at Islands of Adventure in Orlando, and I took two different photos of the castle, and I grabbed that off of Unsplashed. I grabbed this off the internet and that off of Unsplashed to create this composite. So I overlaid my two photos of the castle, which created sort of a realistic but not quite realistic version of the castle. Cropped Evan out. That part's tedious, so I showed you the idea. Same thing here. It is just an obnoxiously long process to do this. This is at 2,000 speed. So anyway, got rid of the I skipped over the rest of that, and so now I'm adding in that the trees to the foreground and the grass to the foreground and stuff, which I had to go back, crop all that out. Now I'm trying to find a spot for this dark mark and see where it looks best. Blended it in. You'll notice that I bounce around a lot in this image, and that's just because I like to slowly piece together the entire image at a time and not just work on one little area at a time, because I sort of have a loose idea. Like we talked about it, and the dark mark was going up above the castle, and that was pretty much all we knew that was going to happen. This, I'm just trying to sort of neutralize the highlights and the shadows, since it was such a sunny day when I took my picture versus when Evan took her picture. So that's that. And then plus it's at night, and the glow, the only light that is in this scene is coming from the actual dark mark in the sky. So I had to adjust all of that, which took the majority of the edit. So now I'm adding in the shadows over it. And then I'm going to take away some of the shadows as where the light is the brightest. That's coming from the actual dark mark in the scene. So then I start to kind of highlight areas of where I believe the light would come from the dark mark, which is kind of difficult sometimes. So now I'm adding in some green highlights to Evan, making sure the snake and the skull is more realistic. Going back, adding more highlights, which are super subtle and they're not super noticeable, but when they're in there, they just help sell the photo even more. And then now back up, just again, adding more highlights, more shadows, sticking with that green. So I made a hue and saturation adjustment, got some green going on in here, and then changing the levels a bit, adding more highlights now, going in and yeah, just kind of highlighting the rocks here now, taking away some of it, making it look more natural. Then yeah, getting the shadows on the grass, getting everything green, and that's pretty much the idea. I mean, it took me 3 hours to create this thing, and most of it was color and shading adjustments. So, and then I added some haze in there just to kind of sell the whole composite. And then at the end, I didn't, my computer cut off and I didn't get a chance to really show the ending. But to sell the whole thing, I added some grunge, a little bit of like a rainy effect, and then I put my name on the side of the castle just so nobody keeps stealing my stuff.